Little Elves and Pixies by Anne Crosby. Okay, so you can see this is in the high register. So our lowest note is actually the D just above middle C. So we're using a lot of this register through middle C, treble C, high C, and then even up to this almost at the top C, and we end on this G chord, G major chord way up high. So we have sectional pattern-based material here. So we're going to look at how the left hand works. So we're in G major here, which means that we're centered around G, and G and the F is sharp in the key signature. So we have this G chord here in the left hand, a nice staccato G triad, moving to the two notes of the two-note dominant seventh chord, so the C and the D together, back and forth between these two, the tonic and the dominant seventh, harmonizing the opening section. So you want to just get comfortable with these two chords. We're in 6/8 times, so we're grouping our eighth notes in groups of 3, and in the right-hand melody you can hear how the melody groups with a stepping up, a 3-note stepping up pattern. And then we have our fourth down to that A. So that's our opening pattern. And then we shift to this 3-note grouping, the G, A, and B. So this is our first opening melodic idea. Listening carefully to the articulation. So when we put this together, we have our tonic chord, and then our dominant seventh chord, a 2-note dominant seventh chord, back to our tonic chord, back to our 2-note dominant seventh. So to do that again, 1, 2. Might want to practice that a bit. And then the next section, the left hand's going to play 2 tonic chords and then 2 of those dominant seventh chords. So really working carefully with the staccato articulation in the left hand and the mixed articulation, staccato, legato, in the right hand. So staccato, legato to staccato. And then you can see how the right hand holds that A while the left hand does its detached harmonic seconds there in the left hand. The second line is very similar to the opening. It starts off in the same with our tonic harmonization, dominant, tonic, dominant. Then we go into our new spot, and then just down by step. So the second half of the idea is different because we stay on the B, we go down to the A with the left hand dominant chord, and then down to the G. So the right hand's doing. Okay, so I'm going to play those first 2 lines back to back for you, nice and slow. 1, 2. So you might want to practice that up. That's our A section material. It comes back again later in the piece. So good bang for your buck with that one. Here we have a descending 3-note pattern on the group of 3 black keys. and then on the EDC. And you can hear that fabulous glowy pedal on that whole, this is a whole tone scale, and then we play a cluster, 3 black keys. Okay, so to review, we have coming down by step on the 3 black keys, cluster over with the left hand for the cluster an octave higher, and then that almost at the very highest one there. And that's the second section of the piece, second idea. And then we'll move into the sort of a transition idea, and I would say this time we're moving into the B section. So in the B section, the melody moves into the left hand and then is shared between the left hand and the right hand. So the left hand is going to go from the G down the 4th to the D, and then the F sharp to the D. And that's our melody. And then the right hand chord is the 3rd from B to D, and then back on that C to D 2nd. Again, outlining the tonic and then outlining the dominant. And these come in on beats 3 and 6 of our 6/8 time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do that again a little bit more precisely. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the melody goes between the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just doing the 5-finger pattern going up. I mean the pentascale going up, but between 2 hands. The B section continues. We start off the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But instead of adding that chord at the end, we leave it as a rest, and then we do our 5-finger scale or pentascale, going down again in that 6/8 time. So to review that second half, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's our B section. So the next section is a transition. This time we're transitioning on an upper neighbor pattern. We're doing an upper neighbor from the D, and then from the B, and then from the G. So it's kind of like we're outlining the G triad, but we're ornamenting it with this upper neighbor note. And then we go to this unexpected E flat. So left, right, just like that. And then we have D's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left hand's gonna cross over, and the right hand's gonna play this very top D on the piano. And that's our transition. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the next 2 lines are exactly the same as the opening. Okay, so you've already learned those. And then our finale, our very last section, is very similar to the transition. We have our upper neighbor patterns. So we're doing our upper neighbor on the D, on the B, on the G, and we're going to our E flat. This time it's written as a D sharp. So because, well, you know, it's too complicated. It's too complex to explain. It has something to do with the harmony that we're going to. And that's got a fermata on it. So you can hold there as long as you want while you reorient yourself. So next part is a chromatic scale, parallel, going higher. So 3's on the black keys, starting on that C sharp, going to that D sharp, ending on the G's. So, and then we have our G chord at the end, nice and big. So that last bar, that last line. So full of lots of bright sounds, lots of dynamic contrast. Have fun with that.